Oh, I hate car trouble. Oh, what are we gonna do? I think I've got jumper cables. Let me go look. No jumper cables. No phone. Oh no. What am I gonna do? My car won't start. Do I... Hello, Mr. Somebody I don't know, and hope you're not a serial killer. Do I trust them? What should I do? I don't know what I would have done without you. I thought I had jumper cables in my car, but I don't. Thank you so much for stopping. Hey everybody, Scuba Jenn with the Playground Dive Shop bringing you What's Your 2020 Vision. And today we want to talk about probably one of the most important pieces of scuba gear that you're going to purchase. And it's also probably one of the first pieces of scuba gear you're going to get. And to me, it's probably one of the most important pieces. And I would say almost one of the least expensive pieces that you're going to have. Any guesses? If you said snorkel, you're correct. This is actually the Scubapro Dry Snorkel. You sell those at the Playground Dive Shop. Snorkels come in various colors, various styles, various designs. But one of the things all the snorkels are designed for is to come on the left side. Now, when we're teaching scuba, we kind of teach that we want to put it on the left side. One of the main reasons is your regulators are coming off the right side, which is true. However, if you look at the design for the snorkel, the design actually is made for it to come on the left side. The way the mouthpiece is curved in, the way this curves around your head. So if we turn this over here, now all of a sudden the mouthpiece is pointed out away from our face, and that's a little awkward when you're trying to put it in your mouth. So they all go on the left-hand side. This is actually what we call a dry snorkel. So the dry snorkel has a little valve in here that blocks the water from getting in as you descend, and it closes off, hence the dry snorkel. Almost all modern day snorkels today have a little purge valve down here. And what this allows you to do is when you exhale into the snorkel, it pushes the majority of that water down here and acts like a drain. But it closes off when your breath is not blowing on it, so no water gets into it. And when I teach in diving, I usually teach the 2 or 3 blow purge method. Use your tongue as a splash guard. You'll put it right in there. And when you blow most of that water out. You use your tongue, you inhale slowly around it, and you can inhale tiny amounts of air. And if you feel a little bit of water in there, you stop inhaling and blow it out again. And sometimes it takes 2 or 3 blows to completely clear that snorkel of water. The majority of it, though, when you blow, does come out the top. So that's basically how a snorkel works. But there's other types of snorkels. That's a dry. This one here is the Scubapro Snorkel also, but this one is what we call a semi-dry. This one here, the top is made specifically where it's got little ridges here that takes the waves and pulls it outside the barrel of the snorkel. And this one here is curved in, so very little water will get in there, even if you do have waves. It's designed to try to maximize the water outside the barrel and come down here when it vents. It too has the purge on the inside here that allows the water to come out. One of the things that's nice about this one is it's collapsible. It can fold up nice and small, and you can put it in your BCD pocket for those that don't want to actually wear their snorkel, but they have it in case they need it. Which brings me to my next point. Why is a snorkel mandatory for recreational divers in training, and why is it a good idea to have it when you dive later on once you're certified? and you're on your own? Well, one of the first reasons is your head weighs about 15 to 20 pounds. So when you're in the water and you're going from whether it's shore diving or off a boat and you're swimming out to the spot or the mooring line, you know, lifting that head up to take a breath, um, you're going to be expending a lot of energy and a lot of air if you don't have a snorkel. You have that snorkel in and your head's in the water and you're snorkeling out. You could go on for hours with the snorkel and without flotation if you needed to, because you're not expending that much energy bringing your 15 to 20 pound head out of the water. Another good reason is if you're in choppy water or heavy waves. I used to be really love my semi-dry, which I still do. But when I was in Florida several years ago, diving one of the shipwrecks down there, we got into some heavy waves, like 7-foot waves, and my semi-dry was not sufficient enough for the Florida swells. So now whenever I go to Florida, I'm taking my Scubapro dry snorkel with me there so I don't get a mouthful of salt water. But the wave action and stuff like that is another good reason to have a snorkel. Something I've learned recently is like when I first started diving, I realized that scuba was so much easier than snorkeling because we had air right there with us. Anytime we wanted to take a breath, we had air, and the snorkel wasn't quite so easy. There was a lot of multitasking with the snorkel. So I got where I didn't use it unless I absolutely had to have it. And about 4 years ago, we made a trip to Cozumel and we crossed over to the mainland and we did a whale shark swim. And when I say a whale shark swim, I do mean a whale shark swim. It was not on scuba. You could use your fins, you could use your mask, and you could use your snorkel. But scuba, not allowed. So knowing we had this trip coming up, I started training more for the snorkeling, which is something I absolutely hated to do to begin with. Well, the more I did it, the harder I realized how hard it was. So what I ended up doing was I actually learned to like it. And I have new respect for divers that free dive, or for people that free dive, and for people that snorkel that don't scuba, because it is so much harder, and just it's amazing what people can do. I've seen we did bull shark swims this past January with Peter's Dive Resort in the Philippines, and watching Jordan and Henry just free dive down with these whale sharks was phenomenal. And I could do it a little bit. I could hang with them a little bit, but not near as long and not near as deep as they could go. So it's very impressive. So by the snorkel may not be your thing, having one could save your life. Having one even in your pocket and being able to get to it in case you need it. But don't just have one on your person because you should, because it's a good idea. Get it out, practice with it. It's like the rest of our dive skills. If there's something you're not utilizing, you're going to forget how to use it. So next time you're on your dive trip or next time we go out to Bon Air, get your snorkel out, get a little experience with it. And we also teach snorkeling classes at the Playground Dive Shop. I think this is something that is highly underrated and a lot of people don't do because they think snorkeling is easy, but it's not. It can be very intimidating if you're not comfortable in the water. Now, all of a sudden, if you're on a cruise and you stop at a port somewhere and you've got these waves, you got the sun beating down, you got all these other snorkelers kicking you, and you got fish, and you got all these things you've never experienced before, and get in the pool with us, that could rest your mind. It could, help you relax, help you enjoy that trip better. So think about taking a snorkeling class. And this past year, we actually did some snorkeling on our Scuba Olympics. So that was a little challenging. And we are going to change that around a little bit. But now it's your opportunity to comment and give us a snorkel story. So down below, leave us a short story about how a snorkel has helped you out on a dive trip at some point. And we're going to choose a lucky winner to receive a free snorkel and a snorkel keeper from the Playground Dive Shop. And if you like this video, hit like, you can hit subscribe. Find us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And on behalf of the Playground Dive Shop, what's your 2020 vision?